Have you ever found yourself drowning in content ideas with no real strategy or plan or how to execute them? My mind was a chaotic mess of content ideas, deadlines, and tasks. The stress was taking a toll on me. I was losing sleep, missing deadlines, and worst of all, I wasn't enjoying the creative process anymore. I mean, it felt like a never-ending cycle of chaos. But then I discovered Trello, a project management tool that changed everything for me. With Trello, I was able to organize my thoughts, plan my content in advance, and get back to loving the creative process. No more stress, missed deadlines, or late night panic attacks. And now I want to share this game changer with you. I'm going to walk you through my Trello board process for planning my content. This strategy has helped me stay consistent, less overwhelmed, and more in control of my content creation. So if you're ready to say goodbye to stress and hello to a more organized way of creating your content, then let's go ahead and dive right into my Trello board content marketing strategy. Welcome to my freakishly organized and super detailed Trello board that I know that you are going to fall in love with just as much as I'm in love with this board. Okay, this board is going to keep you super duper organized. It's going to make you feel like you're getting somewhere and not stuck in, this space of feeling like you are overwhelmed, uncreative, and just really unorganized. And so I'm really excited to share my Trello board with you so that you can go and implement it inside of your business. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 3 steps before we dive into, all the things about the board. There's actually 3 things that you need to know before you start creating this board. So step number 1 is to ask yourself, what are your marketing goals? Is it to generate leads? Is it to make sales? Is it to get more YouTube views? Maybe some podcast listeners? Maybe to build a following or create engagement? Write down specifically exactly what your goals are when it comes to Instagram, because when you know what your goals are, it's going to be easier for you to create content, to get organized, and to achieve those goals. Because if you're just creating content on the fly and with no real goal, or anything like that set in place first, and you're just throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping that it sticks, well, that's not a marketing plan, okay? And so in this video, I'm going to show you what a real marketing plan looks like. So this is step 1. Step number 2 is to decide what your content format will be. Is it going to be a talking head video where you're looking at the camera and it's just you talking, maybe with like words flying on the screen or something like that? Is it going to be engaging skits where maybe it's you, playing 2 different characters? Or is it going to be a mini vlog with B-roll with a voiceover? Is it going to be Canva template with a voiceover, B-roll with a quote on top of it? Is it going to be B-roll footage with voiceover on top of it? Is it going to be mix and match formats with goals like a mini vlog style to promote a freebie? Like what exactly? You need to be very specific on the type of content formats that you want to start creating for your Instagram account. And we're talking about specifically Reels here. Okay, so that is step 2. Step number 3 is to decide which days you are going to post and what formats you will post on those days. So here's this is actually mine here, like a real live example of what mine is. So Mondays is for my lead magnet promo days. When I say mix and match, if we go back here and you can see mix and match formats, I kind of keep it open so I can, have my creative juices flowing and just get creative with the way that I'm going to be promoting my lead magnets. So that's on Mondays. On Tuesdays, it's either my YouTube or a podcast promo, and you'll see what I mean by that when I get into the Trello board. On Wednesdays, it's skits. I love to do the skits. They're so much fun for me. On Thursdays, it is an affiliate promo. Again, mix and match. Friday is my offer promo. Again, mix and match for that one. Saturday is my mini vlogs. And Sunday is going to be a B-roll footage with either a quote or voiceover. And some of these will even include some Canva templates so we could, save time and kind of, just rinse and repeat these templates so we don't have to waste so much time. All right, so these are the 3 steps. Let's recap real quick. So number 1 is, what are your marketing goals? Number 2, decide what your content formats are going to be. And then number 3 is to decide which days you are going to post and what formats you will post on those days. So pause this video, make sure you go through the 3 steps first, and then we can get into the Trello board. So here's my Trello board, and I'm going to go over the different kind of lists or columns, if you will. Like, these are called lists. Some people like to call them columns, but the actual verbiage for, what Trello calls these are lists. These things right here, they're called lists. Okay, so you need to create your list. So for me, my list is my YouTube ideas. So you'll see I have a running list for my YouTube ideas. And by the way, my YouTube, I'm only posting 1 video per month and then repurposing that video. Because here's the thing, you don't have to constantly create weekly content like everybody teaches you to do. What you need to do is you should create one value packed piece of content, maybe even just once a month or twice per month. For me, I'm just choosing once per month because it's just easier. And I can, because it's so valuable, there's so much content pieces I can pull out of that and repurpose that one specific video. So you'll see here for my YouTube content ideas here, this is a running list of content ideas. You see I have, my August one is here. Let me bring it here for a second. You see my August one is here. Then I have one for September, and then I have one for October, November, and December. And you can see that I already have them planned out. I know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. And now I could just go in there and start planning. Now, these little things here are called cards. So this is a list and this is a card. Okay. Those are the names that Trello gave them. I didn't make these up. Okay. All right. So, so this first one is my YouTube ideas list. And by the way, Trello has an app that you can put on your phone. This way, when you're out and about, in your car, whatever, at work or whatever it is that you're doing, you can open up the app. And if you get an idea for a YouTube video or podcast video or Reels idea, then you could just dump it in the idea bank. Okay. So this is my idea list for my YouTube videos, which I already have planned out for the rest of this year. And then this is my podcast ideas, which I'll be doing this once a month too. So one for me is going to be 1 video a month and 1 YouTube per month. And you could see my content is here. Now I have to just go in there and create the titles of what I want to talk about. But this will be a running list for the ideas for my podcast. And then we have another ideas list, this one here, and this is for Reels. So you could see I have a running list of Reels ideas. And you could see here I created these images. I'll show you how to do that in a little while. But you see I put a little light bulb here to represent ideas. Next one, you'll see these little calendar icons here. This is my podcast and YouTube schedule. So this is my YouTube plan and schedule, and this is my plan and schedule for my podcast. I'll show you what I do with that in just a second. Next list is my lead magnet promo on Mondays. So this is my running list of lead magnet promos for every Monday. And by the way, this is my month for August. Okay. So when I sit down to plan my September, I'm just going to come back in here and change this to September. And I'm going to start adding the content at the bottom so that this way, when I move all of these out of the way, I know that it's for September coming up. Again, we'll talk more about that later. So Monday, this one here, is for my lead magnet promos. And then Tuesdays, I'm going to be promoting my YouTube videos. Now you see here, it says Tuesday here and Tuesday here. I have a column for YouTube on Tuesdays and a column for podcast on Tuesdays, and it's only because I'll be promoting my YouTube video 3 times a month, and I will be promoting my podcast twice per month. Again, the amount that you promote your stuff is totally up to you and how you want to do it. You'll see the little Instagram reel icon here, and that really represents that all of these are reels, right? So that's Tuesday for YouTube and podcast. And then we have my Wednesday list. This is my skits for Wednesdays for the month of August. And then we have Thursday is my affiliate promo. And Friday is I'm promoting my program, The Results Lab, which is my membership site. And then on Saturdays, it's going to be a mini vlog. And then on Sundays, it's going to be either, you see there's 2 columns here for Sunday. So it's going to be either a B-roll with quote or a B-roll with voiceover. And then the last column is the archived. And this is where I will be sliding over all the content and just storing it away so that I can go to this archive list and pull content and repurpose content for later on in the future. So that's the reason why you want a list called archived content. Okay, so let's get into actually creating this board. So I'm going to open up a new Trello. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on create new board and you're going to call it, I'm just going to call it August test, just for the purpose of this video. And then we will choose private and then click create. All right, so if you want to change the background, you can do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the list. So if you look at my list here, you'll see the first one is, the first 3 is the brain dumps, right? The ideas. So we have the YouTube, podcast, and real ideas. So we want to create that. And this really only depends on if you will be doing, YouTube videos or podcasts and things like that. If it's only reels, then you don't have to worry about these 2. But if you are creating long form content, I would create a list for those. Next one is going to be my plan and schedule. So for YouTube and podcasts. So we have YouTube, plan, and schedule. All right. And then we have podcast, plan, and schedule. Now we have the reels. So we have Monday lead magnet promo. So we'll put that here. Lead magnet promo, Mondays. And then we have YouTube promo Tuesdays. YouTube promo Tuesdays. And then we have podcast promo Tuesdays, because remember I have 2 types, and I will be alternating the Tuesdays. So we have podcast promo Tuesday, skits Wednesday. That's if you like doing skits. If you don't like doing skits, remember these are your formats. So you're going to be putting whatever your formats are that you created in the 3 steps that I showed you. For me, this is mine. So let me go ahead and finish this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so there we have it. Now, if you don't like this background, if you click on the top right-hand corner here, you'll be able to change the background. I'm going to keep this clean, so I'm going to change it to, let's keep it purple, so that it's clean and easy on the eyes. All right, so here we have our list. So I have my YouTube, I have my podcast, I have my reels, and then I have the YouTube plan and schedule, podcast plan and schedule, my lead magnets on Monday, YouTube promo on Tuesdays, podcast promo on Tuesdays, skits on Wednesdays, affiliate promos on Thursdays, TRL promos on Fridays, mini vlogs on Saturdays, and B-roll with quote on Sunday, and the B-roll with the voiceover on Sunday. Again, these, when you see the 2 lists that have, the same day, it's not that I'm posting, it's not that I'm going to be creating 2 reels for that day. It's one week will be B-roll with quote, and the next week will be B-roll with voiceover. But I like to create each column for each format. And the reason why I do this is because if there is, let's say 4 Sundays in a month, And I want to take 2 of those Sundays and assign them to the, B-roll with quote, and then 2 Sundays to assign the B-roll with the voiceover. It's just easier for me to visually plan accordingly. All right. Next thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on the Power Ups button right here. Okay, so we're going to click Add Power Up, and we are going to we're going to search here for calendar. Calendar, here we go. So you're looking for the calendar Power Up. Just click Add, and then you'll see it pop up right here. And when you click it, you will have a calendar map now. So now that we have the calendar view, you need to go back to your list here where you decided what days you're going to post what, and then start filling them in. So again, Mondays is going to be the lead magnet promos. We're going to start with August. Since we're in July now, we're planning for the month ahead. So we will go to the first Monday. So the first Monday in August is going to be the 7th. So we'll click the 7th and we'll click Add a Card. And now we're going to put lead magnet promo. And you see here where it says the list, you're going to choose that list, and then you are going to choose the lead magnet promo. So here it goes right there. And now you can click add, and you'll see that it showed up right there. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing for the following week. So we'll click on the 14th, add card, lead magnet promo. It's already set to the list, the lead magnet promo. So we'll click that, and it is there. And now we'll go to the 21st, add the card, lead magnet promo. It's already assigned to the list. And then we go to the last day, and then we do that, right? So now we could see that it's here, right? So we have our lead magnet promos that we're going to be creating that's going to go out every Monday. And this is in the calendar view. Now, if we click on the calendar view again, that's going to bring us back to our board. And so if we scroll over to the lead magnet promo, you could see that they are here and they're assigned the date as well. Let's do the next one. So we're going to look at Tuesday, and that one for me is going to be the YouTube or podcast promo, because remember, we're alternating days, weeks here. So if we go to calendar view and we click Tuesday, so let's go back to August. Okay, so the first one is going to be August 1st. So we'll click that there and then click add a card. So it's going to be, we'll do the YouTube promo for this week. And then we're going to assign it to the YouTube promo. Now you could do this however you want. So how many Tuesdays are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tuesdays. So you can go back and forth. So you could say, okay, on the 8th, I am going to do just the podcast promo. And I'm going to assign that to the podcast promo. Click add. And then on the 15th, you may want to do the YouTube and keep going back and forth like that. Okay, so we're going to assign this to YouTube promo. All right, and then we'll go to the next one. I'll finish this up real quick so that we can move on. All right, so you can see here, all the Tuesdays are assigned to either a YouTube promo or a podcast promo. So we have on the 1st, we're doing the YouTube promo, and then the podcast promo, and then the YouTube promo, and then the YouTube promo again, and then the podcast promo. So you could set it up however you want. And then we'll click on calendar pop up. And if we look at the YouTube and the podcast promo columns, you could see that the dates are already there. I'll go ahead and finish up the rest. Okay, so you could see that I have my whole entire month of August planned out. So I have my, Mondays is my lead magnet. Tuesdays is the, either the YouTube or the podcast promo. And we have the skits on Wednesdays, the affiliate program promos on Thursdays, the TRL, which is my program, whatever your sales are going to be on Fridays, mini vlogs on Saturdays, and then the B-roll with quotes or voiceovers on Sundays. And if we look at the other view, you could see everything here is all laid out, All the dates are there, and I can visually see how, many pieces of content I will be creating for the month. Now, this may look overwhelming for you, but in part 2 of this video, which I'll be sharing in just a second, I am going to be showing you how to easily create the content so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. The next thing you want to do is you want to assign tags, color-coded tags. I love seeing the color codes here. So if we look at mine, you will see that I have my YouTube ideas in red. I have my podcast ideas in yellow. I haven't assigned any color code tags for this yet. You'll see here that I have my podcast in yellow, which, by the way, this would normally be over here. But the reason why I have 2 tags here, one is done and this is done, is because I've already created the scripts for these and they are ready to be planned and scheduled. So since this is August and this is the plan and schedule one, we're going to drag this here and we're going to drag this one here. Because remember, these are the planning columns. You can see the next up is September, and these are the schedule columns here. So this is the only content that I would be working on for this month. So everything is basically color coded. Same thing with these over here. I have my skit color codes. I have my affiliate promo color coded, TRL promo, mini vlogs, and the B-rolls and the voiceovers. To do that, all you need to do is click on any one of these. Let's say, for example, this podcast promo. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see labels. And now you can start creating your labels. So if I wanted this podcast one to be green, I'm going to click that little pencil icon and I'm going to put podcast. And then we're going to click save. And now I can assign this label to that podcast one. Now, if we close it out, we'll see it there. And we can open up and close it like that. We just click it, it will just turn it green. If you click it again, it'll show the words. And now we can do that for each and every one of them. So I like to color code them because they just look really nice on the calendar view. You can see here, this is my calendar view here for August. And this is what my calendar view looks like. It's kind of how my brain works, okay? So now you can see here, I have little emojis here, right? So if you want an emoji, just go grab an emoji and you could just put them wherever you want. So if you click on, let's say, a brand new card and you start a new card, you could put your emoji right there, some text here, and then there is the emoji, okay? If you don't want emojis, you could just skip that. It's totally up to you. I actually like emojis. Now in Canva, you are going to, and this is an option, this is not mandatory. You don't have, I mean, you could just keep your calendar looking like this, plain, simple, if you want. But for me, I like to create the Canva images to title each of the lists. In order to do that, you're going to click on one of the lists and you're going to click add a card. I just like to put 3 little dots, 1, 2, 3, and then click add. And now I'm going to go into Canva and I am going to do a search for presentation. Okay, so we'll click on the presentation, click on create a new presentation, and now you can design it however you want here. Okay, you could pick one of these templates or whatever it is that you want. Let's say I chose this one, for example. And so the first one is YouTube ideas. So I'm just going to put YouTube ideas. And now I'm going to click the share, click download, choose PNG, and download that image. Okay, so once it's downloaded, now I'm going to go to my board. I'm going to click on this card. And right here where it says cover, I'm going to click on cover. And we're going to click on upload image cover. And here we go. All right, so we'll close that, and there it is. Okay, so now you could do the same thing. Again, all you need to do is click on add card, click 3 little dots, click add card again, and you'll see the card right here. And now if you just go click inside, you're going to look for cover and you're going to upload the cover. Okay, so you just keep, changing the titles for each of these cards, download them, and upload it to whatever the card is for. All right, so again, go and start with the calendar power up. Start adding your, what days you're going to do what, right, to your calendar. Assign it while you're in there to the list, and then it will look like this. And then open up each of them and then assign them a color-coded tag. Another tag that I actually created is a done tab. Okay, so let's say I wanted this one to be done, and now I can click that so that this way I can assign it a done tab once I am done creating the content for it. So this is just a way to stay organized with the way that you are marketing your content, which we're going to dive deeper in part 2 of this video. So anyway, by the time you are done with creating yours, it's going to look like this. Okay, this is what you want yours to look like, color-coded, nice and neat, organized, and all that kind of stuff. Now, as far as the archived content, for example, let's say August 13th came and went for this piece of content right here. And, now we're moving it over. So we're going to move it over there. And we'll just keep a running log of this. This is going to be, building up a running log. And the reason why is because I want to go in there later on in the future to kind of pull some content ideas from, my previous content ideas.